A pregnant woman just hit the pavement. Now. Midday heat sits over Ngoma City like a steaming pot. Honking matatus inch forward, vendors weave between bumpers, and phone cameras rise the instant Zawadi Mbeke crumples beside a stalled taxi. Her kitengay dress scrapes the asphalt, belly tight, eyes rolled white. People gasp yet keep a safe distance. One man shouts for an ambulance but never puts down his milkshake. Another woman starts a live stream, comment feed racing faster than her pulse. Zawadi's chest jerks, short breaths scraping out of her throat. Daliso, sachet. Nwoko darts from the curb, sachets of water thudding against his jersey. He kicks aside a dropped coconut husk, kneels, tears a corner off a sachet with his teeth. Water drips onto Zawadi's lips. Her eyelids flutter, then slump shut. Matatu doors swing open, drivers yelling about blocked lanes. Someone tries to pull Daliso back, afraid of liability. He shrugs the handoff, lifts a flattened maize flour box over her face, blocking the glare. Sweat streaks down his temples. He blinks hard but stays. A siren finally wails, faint then louder. Two paramedics jog through stalled cars, stretcher bumping against mirrors. Daliso lifts his makeshift shade so they can reach her. One medic checks pulse, nods, motions for oxygen. The other unwraps a flimsy blood pressure cuff that sticks in the heat. Name? The senior medic barks. No answer. Crowd shrugs. Daliso points to a badge pinned to her tote bag, Zawadi Mbeke. The medic nods and repeats it into the radio, voice sharp. As they hoist her onto the stretcher, the tote tips. A silver bracelet with a carved baobab slides out, twinkles once on hot tarmac. Nobody notices except Daliso. Tires squeal as impatient drivers lean on horns, anxious to reclaim the lane. Daliso scoops the bracelet, hides it behind his palm. He glances around. Every adult stares at the ambulance, none at him. He slips the jewelry into his shorts pocket, fingertips brushing cool metal. Police cruiser edges through traffic, lights spinning. An officer jumps out, waves baton for clearance, spots Daliso kneeling. Boots scrape asphalt as he strides over. Move away, son, he orders. Daliso stands, hands visible, sachet packet crinkling. Officer eyes the water stains on Zawadi's dress, then Daliso's dripping sachet. You pour that? Daliso nods once. The officer grunts, half approval, half suspicion, but turns when his radio crackles with new instructions. Paramedics secure straps, lift stretcher, load it into the ambulance, doors slam, engine revs, yet it hesitates. Another ambulance blocks the exit. Driver leans on horn, curses through window. Traffic refuses to part. Horns answer horns in frustrated chorus. Daliso jogs ahead, slaps a taxi trunk. Reverse, boss. The driver frowns but inches back just enough. Other cars copy. Gap forms. Ambulance finally lurches forward, siren slicing the noise as it pushes north toward Barika General. A sweating tourist angles his phone toward Daliso. Livestream leaves flickering pixels. Kid saves collapsing woman, the caption scrolls. Daliso wipes his brow, turns away before questions arrive. Matatu conductors start whistling, herding passengers. Road life resets as if nothing happened. Zawadi's spilled tote lies forgotten until a boda rider nudges it aside with his boot. Daliso fishes out a few scattered receipts, stuffs them back, zips the bag, and hands it to a paramedic leaning out the ambulance window. Good eye, the medic says. He's gone before Daliso replies. Crowd thins, heat remains. Daliso stands alone beside a dark oil patch, bracelet heavy in his pocket. He tests the clasp, unbroken. Carved baobab spreads delicate branches across the band, cool against sweat-slick fingers. A market boy whistles, tosses Daliso a torn rag. Window job on 6th Street? Daliso shakes head. Too many police that side. He pockets the rag, scans rooftops for shade. A matatu backfires. A baby wails. Somewhere a vendor shouts prices for grilled maize. Life keeps moving, but Deliso's eyes trail the ambulance, now a distant red blink at the horizon. He steps onto the median, sachet crate sloshing. Traffic surges again. Drivers hurry to make lost time. Deliso takes one last look down the avenue, thumb rubbing the bracelet like a talisman. Sirens fade, engines drown them. Deliso hops off the curb, blends into moving bodies, the silver band hidden yet shining whenever the sun breaks through exhaust haze. Discharge cleared, pay at the desk. That's the first order Zawadi hears. She signs with a shaky pen, ink smears on the form, belly pressing against the counter. The clerk pushes a bill forward. She slides cash across, thin stack, no thanks offered. Automatic doors hiss. Hot air slaps her face. Taxis idle along the curb, meters already running. She bypasses them, heads for the dusty bus stop, one hand on lower back. A minibus door bangs open, conductor waves. She climbs, careful, seats groan. Passengers stare at the hospital tag still looped on her wrist. She rips it off, stuffs it into her tote. Driver guns the engine. Road bumps jolt her ribs. Phone buzzes, battery at 13%. A message from an unknown number reads, "We can still buy you out, final offer." She deletes it. The minibus crawls past SunGrid headquarters. 3 months earlier, same glass tower held her name on the lobby screen. Inside that boardroom, Tego Damba paced, Mayor Cohn nodded, lawyers clicked pens. They swarmed her with debt charts, demanded a signature. She refused. Security escorted her out, badge deactivated before she hit the elevator. Back in the present, minibus brakes screech at her stop. She steps off, nearly twists an ankle on a pothole. 2 boys chase each other with plastic bags tied as kites. She unlocks a rusted gate, climbs stairs smelling of boiled beans. Her bedsit door sticks, she shoulders it open. Space barely fits a mattress, folding table, secondhand laptop. Ceiling fan dead. She plugs in the charger, red light flickers, then holds. She flips the laptop lid, cracked hinge squeaks, screen glows dim. Empty soda bottles line a shelf. She pours leftover cooking oil into a plastic cup, adds powdered starch, stirs with a pen cap. Notebook math fills half the page, ratios, tensile scores, drying times. A knock. Landlord peers in, eyes on her mixing cup. He slides a folded letter under the door. Eviction notice, 2 weeks. She nods once, says nothing. He leaves, keys jingling down the hall. Midnight. Generator outside rattles, cutting off every few minutes. She keeps typing code for extrusion temps. Contractions pinch. She grips the edge of the table, checks the clock. Pain eases. False alarm. She rummages tote for inspiration tokens. Wallet, broken USB, crumpled receipt, but no bracelet. She dumps contents on the mattress, searches twice. Nothing. Memory of the street boy flashes. Water sachet, cardboard shade. She exhales through tight lips, returns items to bag. Phone charge at 6%. She opens a browser, types EcoSafi Draft Pitch V1. Upload stalls, network drops. She clicks save offline, battery dies. Darkness swallows the room. Morning brings sweat and diesel smell. She drags herself to the hall sink, washes face with cold trickle. Neighbor hands her half a chapati, no words. She nods thanks, chews while updating prototype notes in her head. Day 2, electricity out, fan silent. Heat swells. She lines plastic strips on a baking tray, balances it on a single gas ring. Smell of melting polymer drifts under the door. Someone coughs in complaint. She flips the strip with pliers, notes flexibility. Phone vibrates weakly. News alert. City Council to unveil plastic-free megatender in 6 months. She snaps a photo of her strip, stores it for the future bid. Another knock, heavier. Landlord again, wants rent now, no more grace. She opens her purse, coins, small bills, not enough. He shakes head, warns final deadline, walks off muttering. Evening thunder rolls, roof leaks near the power outlet. She slides laptop to safety, then feels a sharper contraction. Water splashes between her feet, no doubt this time. She grabs phone, hits dial for taxi, network busy. She tries again, call fails, battery at 4%. She hobbles into hallway, calls down the stairwell. A neighbor in a wrapper hears, rushes up, supports her arm. They reach ground level. Rain pours. A boater rider shelters under a tin awning. Neighbor waves him over. He hesitates at her belly but relents when she offers double fare. She climbs side saddle, grips handle, teeth clenched. Potholes jar her spine. Clinic sign appears, one bulb flickering. Midwife leads her inside, shouts for clean sheets. Generator coughs to life, dim lights steady. Labor pounds hour after hour. She squeezes a leather strap, breath sharp. Midwife issues commands. Assistant wipes sweat off her brow. Final push, sharp cry, newborn lifted high. Small lungs test the room. Cord snipped, blankets wrapped. They place the baby on her chest. Tiny fist curls around her thumb. She studies the child's face, eyes squeezed shut, mouth searching. She whispers, Layla. Names are declarations. The infant settles. Rain mutes outside. Generator hum fades to idle. Midwife steps out, leaves them skin to skin. Zawadi reaches for the laptop bag dragged along. She unzips, pulls the notebook, writes, postpartum test batch, starch plus lignin variant, label Eco-Safi 1. Lightning flashes through the cracked window. The room shivers, then calms. She draws the baby closer, pen tapping a steady beat on the page. In the hallway, a nurse's radio crackles. City investors pull back on solar contracts. Economy jitters. The report fades as the nurse walks past. Zawadi closes the notebook, sets it near the bassinet. She rocks gently, murmurs, "Thank you, street boy, wherever you are." Layla's eyes flutter, then shut. Lights flicker. Generator coughs again. A drop of rain lands on the notebook cover, smears the ink of the date. Green Corps snatches the plastic-free megatender. Crowd goes wild. Sun burns the stadium roof where City Council hosts its showcase. Giant banners promise a cleaner Ngoma. Eco-Safi staff stand near their booth wearing lime green shirts. Zawadi Mbeke adjusts her headset. Badge reading finalist flashes. Mayor Aluna Cohn steps onto the stage, bright yellow scarf fluttering. Cameras tilt up. She thanks sponsors, lists goals, pauses for applause that arrives late. Zawadi checks the time, award segment scheduled now. Cohn opens a gold envelope. Her voice booms through speakers. The winning supplier is Green Corps Limited. Echo ricochets off metal seats. Audience groans. Some clap, most don't. Zawadi's shoulders square. She nods to her team, signals silence. Across the plaza, vlogger Asha J-Lo streams from a shaky phone tripod. Viewers count spikes. She zooms on the big screen, replaying the mayor's grin. "Viewers, you saw it. Upset of the year," she says. Comment feed surges, emojis flood. Police form a loose barrier, expecting heat. Protesters blow plastic whistles, toss mock bottles. A boy weaves through them, tray of roasted groundnuts balanced on his head. Daliso Sachet Nwoko, now 15, taller, still wiry. Silver baobab bracelet glints on his wrist each time he flips a handful to a customer. Asha's camera pans. The bracelet flare catches her sensor, lens hunts focus, lands on Daliso's face. She gasps off mic, zooms tighter. "Kid from the ambulance story 3 years back," she mutters, forgetting the mic is hot. Inside the VIP tent, Zawadi watches the live feed on a wall monitor. The bracelet reflection freezes her. She steps closer, presses volume up. Daliso trades nuts for coins, smiles, then turns when tear gas canister pops near the main gate. Crowd scatters. Daliso ducks behind a vendor cart, tray flips, groundnuts rain. He curses, scoops what he can, dashes toward a fence. Police wave batons, order everyone back. Asha chases, camera bobbing, signal drops to 1 bar. Deliso slips through a gap, reaches a service lane behind the stadium. Breath short, he leans on a wall, pulls a cracked Tecmo from pocket. He swipes the screen, opens gallery, flicks to a shaky clip. Night scene. Tego Damba, sliding a matte red suitcase into Cohn's SUV. Audio muffled, but suitcase thud clear. He selects share, signal dead. He curses again, pockets phone. From the tray lining, he pulls a tiny memory card, blows dust, tucks it in a matchbox. A whistle shrieks. 2 security guards jog up. Perimeter closed, move. Deliso nods, walks away casual, turns corner, breaks to a sprint. Asha loses signal entirely. She bangs her phone, checks battery 30%. She swings left, catches Deliso just as he vaults a low wall. "Hey, bracelet boy," she yells. He freezes for half a second, bolts again. Asha sprints, camera wobbling. Her breath rasps, sandals slap pavement. Deliso drops his matchbox. It skitters under a parked catering van. He sees it, but guards approach from the other side. He dives beneath the van, grabs the box, scrapes his elbow. Bracelet clangs on the chassis. Guards yell. Asha slows, pans camera to them. "I'm press," she calls, waves a laminated pass. One guard hesitates, the other advances on Deliso. The boy rolls out, palms raised. "Just picking my tray," he says. No tray in sight. Guard grips his arm. Deliso wriggles free, sprints between tents. Asha follows, lens zoom lagging. Signal returns 2 bars, feed resumes mid-run. Viewers spam run in chat. Deliso reaches the protest front line. Police have reset barriers. He darts through a side gap, but a lone officer grabs his jersey, tears the collar. Deliso slips free, leaves fabric behind, merges into milling vendors. Cohn's victory speech echoes from loudspeakers, promises of transparency, future audits, shared prosperity. Her words drown under booing. Inside the VIP tent, Tego Damba claps slow, smug. Reporters surround him, mics out. He talks about innovation, job growth, sweat beads under his makeup. He wipes with a silk kerchief, waves at Zawadi as if offering condolence. She holds eye contact, expression flat. Echo Safi staff start packing their booth. Zawadi stops them. "Leave the samples," she says. She walks to the press cluster, stands where cameras can see her face framed by Green Corps banners. Reporters note the visual, pivot microphones her way. Cohn's aide intercepts, blocking view. Zawadi steps sideways, aide matches, small standoff, cameras catch it. A thundercrack of sound grenades explodes near the outer gate, flash, smoke, screams. Panic ripples inward. VIPs retreat to armored sedans. Reporters scatter to safer angles. Guards hustle Cohn and Tego toward a backstage exit. Asha pushes through fleeing volunteers. Her camera shakes but stays live. She spots Deliso again, this time crouched by a toppled loudspeaker searching pockets. She squats beside him. "You filming?" he asks. "Always," she says. He holds up the matchbox. "Proof," he whispers. Before she can reply, a water cannon truck swings its nozzle their direction. Blast of spray slams the speaker, knocks both of them sideways. Camera tumbles, lens cracks, stream cuts to static. Deliso helps her up, pulls her under a bleacher scaffold. His phone buzzes, emergency alert, low battery. He pulls out a cord, looks for power. Asha hands him a small power bank, dented but live. Cord mismatched port, doesn't fit. Sirens approach. Police reinforcements flood the plaza, start pushing everyone to exits. "Separate," Asha says, wiping water from lens. "Meet tomorrow, Old Ferry Terminal, dawn." Deliso nods, pushes the matchbox into her hand. "Keep it dry," he says, then sprints toward side streets. Asha hides the box inside her scarf knot, powers off camera to save what battery remains. She slips into the press exodus, blending with reporters. Across town, posters roll off a municipal printer. Photo of Deliso, grainy from street cameras, headline, Suspect in council device theft. Ink still wet when stacks load into vans. Evening settles. Zawadi exits the stadium last. Echo Safi samples untouched on tables. Security waves her through metal detectors. Frustration lines her brow. Outside, a digital billboard cycles footage of Cone shaking Tigo's hand. Fireworks overlay. She watches 10 seconds, then walks away without a word. In an alley near the stadium wall, a teenage pickpocket spots Deliso's torn jersey hanging on a fence. Grabs it, wears it, laughs. Police cruiser rounds the corner, spotlight jumps, officer shouts. Pickpocket freezes, confused. Cruiser stops, lights flash red and blue. Officer calls it in. Suspect matching description found. Backup requested. The pickpocket raises his hands, protests thin in the night air. A siren chorus grows, echoing off concrete. Deliso, 6 blocks away, slips into a drainage tunnel, bracelet gleaming once before darkness swallows him. Dawn hits the old bus terminal like a broken headlight. Zawadi steps off a boda, shoes splashing in puddles of diesel and rainwater. Roof sheets rattle overhead, stray goats nose through litter. She scans rows of rusted coaches until a pair of watchful eyes glint behind a shattered windscreen. Deliso slides out, hood up, bracelet flashing once. He keeps 3 meters between them. Zawadi opens her palm, reveals the matching clasp still sewn to her tote strap. No words. Recognition clicks. He nods, motions her into a gutted bus shell. Inside, floorboards creak. Asha J-Lo waits on a bench seat. Phone rig balanced on her knee, lens cracked but live. She greets Deliso with a quick fist bump, then tilts the phone, recording offline to save data. Deliso pulls a foil snack wrapper from his pocket. Inside, the memory card, a folded bank transfer PDF printout, and an audio file on a tiny yellow flash drive. He lays them like playing cards. Asha plays the voice note first. Mayor Cone's aide giggles. Red suitcase landed, boss is glowing. Static follows, but context clear. Zawadi taps the printout. Sequential payments to a shell account under Tego Damba Holdings. Enough for broadcast? Asha asks. Need clean visuals, Zawadi answers. Deliso inserts card into a battered netbook. File directory opens. Video stutters but shows suitcase handoff. Timestamp matches the transfers. Battery alert blinks. Netbook at 9%. Generator outside coughs, dies. They switch to Deliso's Tecmo. Plug a tangled cable into Asha's half-charged power bank. Wrong connector. Deliso swears, digs for an adapter, finds gum instead. Zawadi fishes a multi-pin cable from her tote, snaps it in. Phone charges, screen brightens. They queue files for copy to the yellow flash drive. Progress bar crawls. Rain returns, hammering metal roof. Water drips onto the seat. Deliso drags a suitcase frame under the leak, keeps laptop safe. Copy stalls at 60%, then resumes. Asha peeks through a cracked side window. 2 black SUVs idle at the gate, engines rumbling. Men in plain shirts step out, eyes scanning. Tego's boys, she whispers. Copy hits 90. Zawadi counts down seconds. Deliso snaps the flash drive free at 98. Risk beats patience. He shoves it into his sock. Asha gathers gear, stuffs phone into waterproof pouch. Zawadi closes the netbook, hands it to Deliso. Backup, she says. He nods. Boots clatter on concrete. The plain shirts fan out, flash dubious badges. One shouts, City security, search detail. Kids scatter from between buses like pigeons. Deliso leads Zawadi and Asha through a side aisle, over a fallen bench, down a oil slick ramp. Exit gate chained. He spots a drainage culvert wide enough to crouch. Too slow. A plain shirt rounds the corner, raises a baton. Deliso shoves the netbook at Asha, pivots, feints left, dashes right. The man chases the decoy. Zawadi and Asha slip into the culvert, water ankle deep. They crawl 50 meters, emerge in a ditch near a scrapyard, clothes soaked. Sirens wail behind them. Deliso sprints past empty kiosks, cuts across railway tracks. 2 SUVs speed parallel on the service road. A second crew leaps out, blocks his path. He backpedals, ducks under a rail car, pops out the other side. A police cruiser screeches in, lights flashing. Officers tackle him before he gets 2 steps. One lifts the torn collar from the stadium, smirks. "Laptop thief, got you." Deliso struggles, wrists cuffed. Flash drive still in sock, but water pours from his shoes. Police toss him into the back seat, slam the door. Across town, Zawadi and Asha catch a tuk-tuk. Engine sputters, runs anyway. Asha uploads a 30-second teaser from her backup phone. Blurry shot of the suitcase, captioned "Tomorrow 10 a.m." Truth goes live. Signal glitches, post hangs at 40%, then sends. They reach the police station perimeter. Protesters chant "Free the boy," small but loud. Officers form a cordon, deny entry. Rain stops. Zawadi spots Deliso's soaked jacket on a property cart near reception. She waits for a distraction. 2 detainees start shouting inside. Desk sergeant turns. Zawadi steps forward, lifts the jacket, moves away slow and calm. Under an awning, she squeezes the fabric. Water streams out. Flash drive bulges in the lining. Indicator light faint, flickering red. Asha joins her, breath fast. Does it read? Zawadi clicks the switch. Light dims, then steadies orange, low power but alive. She exhales, slides it into a zip pouch, seals it. Inside the station, Deliso sits in a cold cell, shoes squishing. Officer fingerprints him, laughs. "Court tomorrow, boy," he says. Outside, thunder rolls again. Flash drive glows once through the plastic, rain spatter sparking against the awning edge. Zawadi and Asha walk into the night, one holding an umbrella with a broken rib, the other gripping the pouch like a heartbeat. City Hall throws open the doors at 9 and the crowd surges. Reporters jostle for metal detector space, cables tangle, battery packs clink. Asha J-Lo slips through with a press tag laminated 5 minutes earlier at a corner kiosk. Her cracked phone rests on a new power bank duct taped to her forearm. Inside, the council chamber buzzes. A 40-foot screen waits to roll Green Corps' victory reel. Staff hurry to check HDMI lines. Mayor Aluna Cohn stands near the dais, yellow scarf pristine, voice low as she coaches spokespeople. Tego Damba struts in, maze pin catching light. He palms sanitizer, smooths beard, offers thumbs up to the cameras. Lenders have given him till end of day to show a signed contract. His grin stays fixed. 2 police officers lead Deliso Sachet Nwoko through a side door. He wears borrowed courthouse overalls, wrists uncuffed but guarded. Public arrest was dropped to avoid bad optics, yet he must attend as material witness. He scans the room, spots Zawadi and Asha in the gallery. Silver bracelet winks under fluorescent tubes. Zawadi nods once. Calm mask on, fingers drum on a slim laptop balanced atop her knees. The yellow flash drive sticks out, indicator light steady orange. She checks the time, 9:54. Council clerk gavels, seats scrape, agenda projected. Item 3, final ratification of Green Corps Plastic-Free Supply Award. Applause from Tigo's section. Boos ripple from activists in the rear. Wi-Fi sputters under load. Asha's live feed buffers, drops to spinning wheel. She curses quietly, toggles data, nothing. She nudges the boater rider beside her, same man from yesterday, volunteering as distraction. He hands over his dual SIM phone with a fresh bundle. She hotspots the laptop. Mayor Cohn takes the podium. Ngoma leads the continent in sustainability, she declares. Cameras flash. She invites Tigo to showcase Green Corps' launch video. Tech crew switches input. Screen stays black. HDMI loose. They reseat the cable. Signal flickers. Still blank. Cohn frowns. Crew moves to Plan B. USB stick marked Green Corps. Port rejects. Unknown format. Panic whispers behind the curtain. Zawadi rises. Public comment, she calls. She holds the council's own rules booklet. Cohn forced to acknowledge. Time limit 2 minutes. Zawadi steps to central mic, laptop hugged tight. Citizens deserve full disclosure before final vote, she says. She plugs the yellow flash drive into the lectern computer. Security officer approaches, clerk waves him off, public comment rules supersede. File Explorer pops up. Cohn's aide lunges for the mouse. Asha's Boda ally stumbles forward, spills bottled water, soaking the aide's shoes, perfect distraction. Mouse free, Zawadi clicks play. Audio fills chambers first. Cohn's aide voice. Red suitcase landed, boss is glowing. Murmurs erupt. Video follows. Shaky night clip. Tigo sliding the matte red suitcase into Cohn's SUV. Timestamp overlays match payment log. Split screen shows bank PDF transfers pulsing red circles. Cohn's face drains. Tego steps back, eyes dart for exits. He motions to a bodyguard. Guard's earpiece crackles, but corridor doors slam as 2 anti-corruption bureau officers enter. Badges raised. Council members shout. Some demand adjournment. Others yell to keep rolling footage. Zawadi sticks to the mic. Evidence submitted, she states. She emails a copy to the clerk. Network lag heavy. Attachment crawls at 8%. Asha's feed returns live. Comments explode. Hashtag sprout. Suitcase truth. Cohngate. Tigo tries charm. Staged video deepfake, he claims, palm sweating. An officer pulls out a warrant for immediate custody pending forensic review. Flashbulbs fire. Cohn bangs gavel, voice shaky. Session suspended. She turns, meets a second warrant. Anti-corruption cuffs click. Scarf slips from her shoulders to the floor. Deliso watches guards haul them out. His hands tremble, grip railing. One officer gestures for him to follow to statement room. Judge advocate waves it off. Witness free pending further notice. Deliso exhales, shoulders sag. Council reconvenes 10 minutes later under Deputy Chair Moyo. He voids the tender citing conflict of interest, orders transparent retender. Echo Safi, as highest scored technical bidder, receives provisional status until audit completes. Vote passes 21-2. Deputy Chair then reads a separate motion. Redistribution of seized Green Corps assets toward youth innovation. Amendment adds site designation, Ngoma Street Youth Tech Hub. Cheers drown final tally. Outside, journalist crowd steps. Zawadi shields her laptop with a file folder, hustles Deliso toward waiting tuk-tuk. Asha flips camera, addresses viewers. Suitcase truth delivered. Power of street unity, people. Stay loud. Signal holds this time. Chat rolls faster than her eyes. Tuk-tuk rattles through traffic. Deliso sits between Zawadi and Asha, cuffs gone, still wearing courthouse overalls. Zawadi hands him a fresh Echo Safi ID badge printed that morning. Title reads, Apprentice Technician. He flips it, smiles small. She also passes a folded guardianship form, signature line blank. Choice is yours, she says. Deliso fingers the baobab bracelet, then the paper. He signs with the pen Asha produces. Boda Rider's phone buzzes with notification. Lender Consortium freezes all Damba Holdings accounts. Another, Mayor Cohn suspended pending ethics trial. Streets erupt in honking celebrations. Some blame traffic jam, most cheer anyway. Tuk-tuk stops in front of a shuttered warehouse slated for youth hub conversion. Council seal already taped to the door. Deliso steps out, keys handed over by a city official racing to keep optics positive. Padlock clicks open. Dust motes dance in afternoon light. He walks the length of the empty floor, shoes echoing. Zawadi measures space for bioplastic demo rigs. Asha paces, filming, narrating. Power flickers, generator outside kicks once, then settles. Nothing falls into perfect order, but lights stay on. Deliso surveys the vast room, then looks at his wrist. Silver baobab gleams steady against his pulse. City sirens wail faint in the distance, chasing some new story.